She went to the hospital to get better, and said a local mother says her life has been turned upside down because a hospital worker sexually assaulted her.
And now 7 Action News investigator Heather Catallo has learned the emotional pain this mom now lives with may have been avoided if the hospital had done things differently.
I pray because that's what gets me by.
These days, praying is about the only thing that brings peace to this mother of 4 from Macomb County.
I'm still drowning in sorrow and tears inside.
We're calling her Mary Doe to protect her identity, and she says her whole life changed after a stay at St. John Hospital in Detroit.
I feel like I'm worthless. That's how I feel inside, empty.
Mary went into the hospital in July of 2012 to be treated for an aneurysm. But while she was there, Mary says this patient care technician sexually assaulted her. Mary says 32-year-old Jason Scott Schwartz kept coming into her room, trying to talk to her and making lewd comments, even though he was not supposed to be directly caring for her. Mary says Schwartz snuck up behind her, forced his hand into her pants, and sexually assaulted her.
I was bleeding and I'm crying.
Mary says she fled to another room to ask for help, but Schwartz came after her.
Grabbed me, shoved me back in the room, told me, sit here, be quiet, this and that there. Don't say nothing, sit here. So I got real scared and I clammed up.
Mary says when a nurse came in and saw her bleeding and frightened, they called the Detroit police. Detroit police launched an investigation, and that's when Mary says she learned this wasn't the first time that Schwartz had terrorized a patient.
It's stunning that a hospital, a place to protect and care for people, allowed a predator to stay in their midst.
Attorney Mike Cox says according to police records, Schwartz actually admitted that this wasn't the first time. About 6 months before Mary accused Schwartz of sexually assaulting her, another female patient at St. John also accused him of making lewd comments and exposing himself. According to these lawsuits that Cox filed against the hospital and Schwartz on behalf of both the women, instead of calling the cops, St. John gave Schwartz a 4-day suspension and allowed him to go back to work.
That's an abomination.
Not only were the police not told, Mike Cox says the staff wasn't told either. He says that means Schwartz had access to female patients here at the hospital for another 6 months. And that's not all. The 7 investigators obtained the statement that Schwartz gave to Detroit police after Mary Doe reported her alleged assault. In it, Schwartz denies touching her, instead saying he's been falsely accused. But he references a third patient, saying, quote, "It is sad that in the almost 5 years I have been here that this has happened 2 other times, and I don't know why."
They've done nothing but destroy my marriage, destroy my life. All because they gave this guy more time to work around women being a predator.
What happened here was preventable. It didn't have to happen.
Schwartz no longer works for the hospital, and the Wayne County prosecutor did charge him with 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct. But the judge decided the jury should only be told about Mary's alleged assault, not the first allegation as well, and they did not convict Schwartz. A lawyer for Schwartz denies the allegations, calling all claims of sexual assault untrue and unfounded. As for Mary, despite her health problems, she will no longer go to a hospital.
Who do you trust?
We did contact St. John Hospital. A spokesman says because of the pending lawsuit, they cannot talk publicly about this case. I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.